In this video, we're talking about the HyperX Quadcast 2S as well as the HyperX Caster boom arm, and we're going to talk about the value proposition that they actually have this on sale on their website as a bundle, going from $280 down to $189 for these two items. And for those of you who already have an investment in something like the FIFINE AM8 and the BM66 from FIFINE, this is about $100 right now with the Black Friday sales that are currently happening, but somewhere around 120 or so when you combine on like a normal week. Is the value proposition better going with something like this that does have better specs, let's be 100% honest, compared to something like this? Let's get into this video. All right, so here it is. This is the HyperX Quadcast 2S, and if you have seen the video on my channel, I covered the Quadcast 2 maybe a month or so ago. I loved the microphone. I thought that it was a great microphone and upgrade for the original HyperX Quadcast, but this one is just full RGB. But then they also sent over this, the HyperX Caster microphone and microphone arm, and I'll flip it over so you can kind of see it. You can see it attaches to the desk. It's toolless. You just kind of tighten it up and then it spins around. Really neat. A lot of these arms kind of do the same thing, adjustments, etc., etc. And we've covered a lot of microphone arms on this channel. And before we even get further in the video, I want to go ahead and say this. If you're a person watching this video and you're thinking, should I buy the Quadcast 2 or should I upgrade to it? I'll go ahead and say this before we even get far enough in. You need to know that if your current setup works, is it worth upgrading? Probably not. But if you're looking at these products and thinking, is this the better option for what I'm looking for? Or you're trying to buy your first microphone, or you want 32-bit, which is what this microphone has, then we start having a different conversation about, is it worth the upgrade? So HyperX did send over these products for me to take a look at. No money has changed hands necessarily. They sent the product for free. I'm going to be able to keep it, but they're not paying me to say anything. They just said, hey, check it out, hang out with it. So that's what I'm doing here with this. Anyway, so we went ahead and pulled this out. There's some promo material inside that just happens just on the inside of the box here. Like here's some little quick start guides and some HyperX stuff, but everything kind of comes pre-assembled, which is honestly, I love that it's pre-assembled. It is, it has a lot of tension, but it actually feels really good. I really like these cable channels. I don't know if this will show very well. Maybe you can see that little textured part. That's technically what would be on the outside of the arm, which I think is really cool. Really easy sliding piece here. Slide it forward and then the channel comes right out. That's honestly really cool. They're plastic channels, but this is a metal arm and it feels very sturdy. It's obviously HyperX branded, which honestly looks pretty neat. I'm gonna be 100% honest. Yeah, there's this tensioning piece right here, which allows it to tighten down and lock itself in place. Really cool. All right, let's get the rest of the stuff out of this box. It's a big box, and there's honestly a lot of stuff inside. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start getting the arm on the table. I'll switch back over to the overhead, but I just want to go ahead and mention something while I'm unpackaging some stuff. HyperX, and this is a lot of brands. There are some other brands that are making a real strive to doing some like eco-friendly packaging and things like that. And I don't think I saw necessarily anything on that box that says eco-friendly packaging, but what I'll say is I wish that more people would, just because that's a lot of cardboard. Obviously it's come pre-packaged, it's easy for the consumer, I love that, but that's just me saying that. Maybe we need to focus a little bit more on not just sending a whole bunch of cardboard and plastic. So I'd love to see that from HyperX. Also included in the box are 2 adapters so that you can go to quarter 20 as well as microphone, like normal microphone thread. I'll go ahead and show you. Boop, you can see that quarter 20 on this one here to microphone thread. And then you also have the mount attaches to the desk, which looks really nice because it has the little ratchet piece, which you find on a lot of these microphone arms now, namely like Elgato and some other microphone arms have this little ratcheting piece. So if you're in a tight space, you can actually lift, rotate, and then continue to tighten, which I love. All right, so let's go ahead and untighten this. There's a red thing in here that I don't know what it does, and nothing HyperX in your manual says anything about that. I pulled it and it made a click and I don't know what it did. Real easy to attach to the desk. Let's get the arm. I have the microphone arm attached, and there are several things that honestly were kind of quirky when I first got this plugged in. On the base, there is a little twisty knob. This little twisty knob is basically how tight or how loose the spring is, which is okay. And each of these have a tensioner so that you can actually lock this down in place, one at the base as well as one at the top. So you can kind of figure out how that wants to be. You can kind of lock your microphone in place or add even more tension. You really could kind of position it wherever you want, tighten things down, get you a microphone on there, and it will hold. As far as the microphone arm itself, as you can see, obviously it is HyperX branded, and it has a piece up here at the top that you can rotate that arm. It got like a full 270 degree. It's got a whole bunch of degrees of adjustment up here at the top. They list it everywhere but on this top nose, but there is a lot of adjustment here. So you can really position this mic however you wanted. So that's nice. Everything feels very well constructed, if I'm being 100% honest. This end piece, I think it's probably one of the most robust on a microphone arm I've seen, which is really cool. It's very temperamental right now because I don't have a microphone on it. So why don't we change that and let's get a microphone on it. By the way, we're going to use the microphone adapter right here because we are going to convert it so we can actually attach a microphone to it. For the microphone, we are going once again with the Quadcast 2S. Again, I have covered the Quadcast 2, and I went to the HyperX booth at TwitchCon and spoke with Vince, and Vince told me, he said it's the exact same microphone as the Quadcast 2, but with RGB. So if you want a more detailed review on this microphone, I'm going to refer you to that video. I'll put a card somewhere. If not, it'll be at the end of the video. But one of the things that I really loved about this microphone, well, there's several things, but one specifically was how easy it was if you wanted to mount this somewhere else or something different. It was so easy to remove it from this actual mount, and I think that that's one of the best things. All you do is literally twist it, and this microphone just slides out. And so here is the Quadcast 2S, like outside of its mount. It's really easy to just get it out of its own little mount here. So now that we have this unboxed, let me get it plugged up, and I'm gonna put it on the microphone arm, and we'll go from there. And so here it is. Here's the HyperX Quadcast 2S. It is on the microphone arm. Tell me what you think about it when it comes to sound. You can kind of compare before and after with the FIFINE mic. By the way, a $50 mic. This is $160-ish microphone. With the bundle, you get this whole thing for about $190. This is also a condenser microphone compared to a dynamic microphone. Both of them do cardioid, but this one specifically, you can change the polar pattern, and it can do omnidirectional, it can do bidirectional, it can do stereo, as well as cardioid, which is what you're hearing now. You get all this monitoring stuff on the front. It does have some software for Ingenuity to control the lighting. You can actually sync the lighting with all of your other HyperX products or even into other programs. But the one thing that microphones like this at this price point, this is again like a $160-ish microphone. You can get other microphones for cheaper that also have software for mixing that's specifically for streaming. For example, things like maybe the Elgato Wave 3, even the Elgato Wave Neo for like $90. You can actually get the access to the Wave software to be able to do sub mixes and a stream mix and a whole bunch of other customization that you don't get from the HyperX product. Now, that being said, both of those microphones also do not have what this microphone offers, which is actually 32-bit recording to the PC. What I mean by that is here in sound properties, you can actually see here's the Quadcast 2S, and you can see it has 2 channels at 32-bit, and we can go all the way to 192,000 hertz or 192 kilohertz of the actual quality that you can get out of this, and 32-bit all the way down to 16-bit if you want. Just for reference, the FIFINE you were listening to before only does 16-bit, and this basically says how much sound is able to be compressed. And when we talk about bits and the bit rate, what we're talking about is how much information is able to be captured. And you might be asking the question, why does that matter, Brandon? My microphone sounds great at 16-bit. And you know what? Truthfully, it probably does, just Twitch streaming. But if you're trying to do something with higher quality recordings, maybe voiceovers, you want to be able to do more dedicated content where compression isn't always something you should consider. Having a higher bit when it comes to your actual bitrate on your microphone gives you an opportunity for more control over your sound in post-production rather than kind of a pre-tuned sound. And also it kind of like limits the amount of information it kind of captures. I'm trying to, again, like I could go real deep into this, but the truth is I'm trying to keep it real simple so that everyone can understand it. So in essence, this microphone for the price seems really high, but for what you get when it comes to the quality of this microphone, you're able to get a lot better quality of recording, especially over USB out of this microphone. And for comparison, the Wave 3 and the Wave Neo products that I mentioned earlier don't do 32-bit, they do 24-bit, and even like the Wave XLR, the dock that I have right here is a 24-bit dock instead of 32. Now again, you don't have to have 32, and getting 32 doesn't mean you have the best sound in the world, because you totally need to be able to make sure you understand how to EQ your microphone. So let's talk about that best sound out of box. What do you think would be the best thing for you? The FIFINE AM8 that that you heard earlier in the video, or this HyperX set that you're able to get this nice boom arm as well as this microphone. Is it worth upgrading or even considering a $190 setup with this microphone arm? Which, by the way, can I just go ahead and tell you, I love this microphone. I love the appearance of it. I'm not necessarily a huge fan of the branding just because I don't want to always have a product name directly in front of your face. But that being said, it is sleek, it is nice, it's really well made, it feels like it's a quality product. Is it my favorite boom arm in the world? I don't think so. I would say, like, compared to some other microphone arms, it's on the higher part just because of build quality itself, but I also really like the Elgato low profile arms, the BM88 low profile from FIFINE, as well as the BM66. I think this is a really nice arm, especially for the price. Do I think that it's miles above and it's going to make the quality of your content better? I don't think that the investment necessarily in the arm does, but if you're wanting to find a really good bundle and get the Quadcast 2S and basically get the microphone arm for like 20 bucks or 30 bucks included with it just by getting the bundle, I think there's some value there. But when it comes to the microphone, let me go ahead and say this. When I did the initial review of this microphone, honestly, I was blown away. I thought that the quality of it was really nice. I felt like they kept that same sound that you're getting from the original Quadcast, which had a lot of quality there. They added a lot of new opportunities for customization when it comes to lighting, as well as it, removing the knobs around and making it easier to use as a user experience. I think it was a better microphone just overall. And I thought the Quadcast 2 was a huge upgrade, and then I also complained that they didn't have the 2S out, and then they released it like a month later. So let's make a final verdict of this. Would I upgrade from the FIFINE AM8 as well as this BM66 arm to the Quadcast 2S microphone and the actual boom arm? Would I make that upgrade as a Twitch streamer, and that's basically all I do, just a little bit of content creation? I don't think I would say yes to that. And the reason I say that is I could probably invest that 200 bucks. Maybe it's some other way to engage in my audience a little bit better to grow my content. Maybe it's getting some kind of, I don't know, something to grow your channel, right? But do I think from a tech perspective it's the best upgrade? Not necessarily. But if you're a first time purchase, while this is really attractive, right? Yes, you get XLR also with the AM8, which is another upgrade that you could do in the future. And if you're talking about you're wanting to upgrade and you like the look of this microphone, you want to be able to have that nice control of a condenser microphone, but that's USB. Do I think that this is worth it? I would say yes. I think that for the price that you're going to combine these two on that value, I think that there is value there as a creator. I do think it's a well-received microphone. It's obviously popular. It's in stores that you can literally go buy this off the shelf right now. And from the vantage point of someone who's just going to have something recognizable in content, microphones like this, the Shure SM7B, right? Everyone recognizes this microphone, but the Quadcast is also one of those that's been around in the game for so long that people also recognize this microphone. There's some relation to it, and for some reason that could also be a benefit to your content. So let's wrap this video up with this. I want you to drop down in the comments and I want you to let me know what your thoughts are on the HyperX Quadcast 2S, and would you make the upgrade from this, if you had this $100, $120 setup, to about $189, $180 setup that's bundled on their website? Would you make that upgrade, or would you make the initial purchase and go there? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. You could check out the actual Quadcast 2 review right here, and you could check out a bunch of other microphone arms in this video right here. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.